Yeah, I know. You promised you wouldn't take forever with these guides. What's the big idea? I have no excuses. All I can say is that it slipped my mind and my demotivation of playing Xenoverse 2 probably didn't help with that. Anyway, I'll try to be a bit more consistent with the rest of my guides, so let's get to talking about the Earthling exclusive transformation, Power Pole Pro. This is probably my least favorite transformation in the entire game, solely for the fact that it's not very practical to use compared to other transformations. The Super Saiyan transformations offer a substantial power boost at the cost of poor ki generation, Golden Form and Potential Unleashed grant a powerful bonus to attack power without much of a detriment, and both Giant Form and Purification, despite being similar in execution to Power Pole Pro, offer many bonuses that well make up for the cost of their use. That doesn't mean that Power Pole Pro— oh my fucking god, having to say that over and over again is gonna drive me nuts. Let me think of something. Triple P is not without its own benefits. In fact, it can be a pretty good beginner transformation for those afraid of getting stamina broken while transforming. Unlike every other transformation in the game, Triple P takes absolutely no ki to use, so you could theoretically go straight into the form as soon as the match starts and just reuse it anytime you get forced off of it. Speaking of getting pushed out of Triple P, while using the form, you can also get Super Armor, which doesn't go away until you take a certain number of hits, which can be extended with the Flying Nimbus Super Soul. In fact, I did some testing to see how much the Super Armor can take both with and without the Super Soul that boosts it. With the very first preset for Goku, it took 8 light basic attacks to break the Super Armor and push me out of Triple P, while it was more than doubled to 18 with the Super Soul. It should be known that stronger characters like Super Saiyan Blue Goku can tear through that Super Armor extremely fast. It's also virtually impossible to stamina break the user of Triple P, both during the initial transformation and during its use. There's only a brief second at the beginning of the transformation where an Aura Burst attack can stamina break them, but most people lack the reflexes to capitalize on that moment. After they fully transform, however, stamina breaking them is pretty much impossible. Charged heavy attacks won't cut through their armor, stamina break attacks don't work, and not even a stamina break move like Dodoria Headbutt or God of Destruction's Anger can penetrate through the armor. On top of that, if their super armor should ever weaken, they can use their block to prevent themselves from getting pushed out of Triple P. It'll use up some stamina just like a normal block from an untransformed character, but it'll keep you from falling off of Nimbus. You can even use it while boost dashing to add a knockback effect if you collide with your opponent. Speaking of dashing, your step dash is also replaced with a loop animation that lets you circle around your opponent's attack. It's nowhere near as effective as a pure Majin step dashing, but it can save you from taking the brunt of the force of a strong super attack. It's not like the user of Triple P is completely immovable though. Moves like Kaioken, Kamehameha, and Sudden Storm are extremely effective against the armor of a Triple P user without the Super Soul, and you can even take them out of the form entirely with a single throw attack. Though how nimble they can be while using the transformation, you'll find connecting a throw to be difficult unless you fully block one of their combos or their back attack, since it takes a while to recover from those attacks. Now that I'm on the topic of combos, this is the primary reason why I don't like Power Pole Pro all that much. There really aren't that many effective combos to use in this form. The two main ones are the 8 light attack combo, which is a jab barrage that ends with the user extending the power pole, and the 4 heavy attack combo, which is essentially the power pole combo super attack, but it doesn't take any ki to use. Aside from those two basic combos, you also have a small variety of extra attacks. These include a chargeable power pole extension attack, which is applied to your basic ki blast button, a sweeping knockback attack, which is done by holding the left stick in the direction of your opponent then using a heavy attack, and a windmill strike attack that essentially works like a back attack and is done by holding the left stick away from your opponent and using a heavy attack. Aside from a few extra details like the fact that you can use the sweeping attack and windmill attack in the middle of either the basic or light heavy combo, the ability to go straight into the 4 heavy attack combo from almost any part of the light attack combo, and the ability to use the sweeping attack while boost dashing, there really isn't much left to the Triple P transformation. As you've probably figured out by now, the reason I don't like Power Pole Pro isn't because of the concept. In fact, I think it's one of the coolest features included in Xenoverse 2. I just wish there was more to it than there already is. There just isn't enough variation to the combos to be any fun to use. Most of a battle using nothing but this transformation will pretty much be spent using the same 4 heavy attack combo. I mean, even Purification has more variation in attacks. Sure, it's just a reskin of Kid Buu with a couple new features, but they fit so well with all of Kid Buu's normal attacks that it makes it infinitely more entertaining than using a single combo over and over again. But hey, its saving grace is that it's the easiest transformation to use since you can consistently use it without putting much effort in, and it doesn't require much of a learning curve. Anyway, with that out of the way, we now have the 2 non-race exclusive transformations left to talk about, and then we're done with the transformation guides. These types of videos are surprisingly fun to make, both in testing stuff out in-game and actually putting the video together, so I may start doing guides for other stuff like certain skills. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this series so far. Look forward to the next guide, which for you Curious Bunch will be on Kaioken, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, before I say anything, the audio for this video was recorded before I got any of the gameplay. That's not really important, but it's good for context, I guess. Okay, anyway, real talk. If you're one of the 75 people who follow me on Twitter, you probably saw my little mini rant last night. Long story short, I finally worked up the nerve to finally get back into Xenoverse 2 in time for the open lobby this Friday, or tomorrow if you're watching this the day I upload it, and I came out of it a lot worse than when I had my tantrum back when the game first released. Yep, still get shit for that. Anyway, the point of this end bit is that I don't think I can play Xenoverse 2 anymore. It's at the point now where I dread to even boot the game up, and if you ask me, if I feel that much contempt to get on a game to make a video, then in all honesty, it's just not worth it in the long run. In fact, if Xenoverse 2 didn't have such a cool character creator and custom skill sets, I would have given up on this game a long time ago. The immediate question you might have is, what will happen to that open lobby tomorrow? Well, it's still gonna happen. There may have been some things that I wanted to do that never came to fruition, like that Let's Play free-to-play series that I wanted to try, but I'd be hard-pressed to say it'd be pretty scummy to promise to play with my subscribers and then not 1 week later come out and say, whoops, just kidding! In fact, that might be one of the few things that I might still do for Xenoverse 2 in the future, these open lobbies for build showcases. I'll also use the footage for any future build videos because I still have a metric fuck ton of builds that I really want to show you guys. And finally, I'm going to try to at least finish these transformation guides, which will be made in the way that I usually make them. It'll be frustrating in the long run, but I want to get it done. But after that, that'll be the end of consistent Xenoverse 2 uploads for me. I'll probably make a final rant for this game since I have a lot to say about it, so if you're eagerly typing out your get good comments, save it for then. I've already got plenty of things to say about your kind, but I'll save that for another day. Anyway, this was probably the worst position someone like me could possibly be in since my entire channel was based around Xenoverse 2 ever since the beginning, so I fully understand if some of you really don't want to stick around after this. But, based on the replies I got from other videos where I talked about how little fun I have playing this game, I get the feeling most of you will at least be understanding of this whole thing. I've got some ideas in the back burner for content, so it's not like I'm going to be going on a month-long hiatus like I did when I hit 200 subscribers. Regardless, thank you guys for sticking with me for this long, and if you'll still hang around then, I hope to see you in the next video.